We're looking at homework from section 2.5. This is question number 9. Use the accompanying data set to complete the following actions. A. Find the quartiles. B. Find the interquartile range. And C. Identify any outliers. So, the first thing that we should do when we're finding quartiles, the IQR, and the outliers are to rearrange this data set so that it's in order from least to greatest. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Now that we have our data set in order, then we can start to find the quartiles. Because remember, you need an ordered data set to find the quartiles. So when we count up these values, there are 15 of them. We can underline 7 on each side, and that shows us the value of our median, which is Q2. So Q2 is 59. Then, when you look at the data sets to each side of the median, there are 7 data entries on each side. That's an odd number of data entries, so we should be able to find the quartiles without any problem. The first quartile is 56, and the third quartile is 61. So that's part A. Q1 is 56, Q2 is 59, and Q3 is 61. Once we've got those quartile values in place, we can find the interquartile range. So the interquartile range is going to be the difference between the third and first quartiles. We found out that our third quartile was 61 and that our first quartile was 56. So the IQR will be 61 minus 56, and 61 minus 56 is equal to 5. So the IQR value here is 5. We use that IQR to help us determine any outliers. So outliers are any data value that falls more than 1.5 IQRs less than Q1 or more than 1.5 IQRs greater than Q3. So remember that Q1 was 56, Q3 was 61, the IQR was 5, and we have to compute 1.5 times the IQR, which will be 7.5. So let's start with Q1 minus 1.5 IQRs, and that's 56 minus 7.5, which is 48.5. So any data values here that are less than 48.5 will be considered to be outliers, but there are none, because the lowest data entry was 55. On the other side of the data, we'll do Q3 plus 1.5 IQRs. Q3 is 61, so that's 61 plus 7.5, which is 68.5. So on the high end of the data, any data values that are above 68.5 would be considered to be an outlier. And we do have one of those. So in this data set, we have one outlier, and it's 72. That's your answer.